What's up, guys? So here's a little introduction into collecting cards, collecting football, baseball, basketball, soccer, whatever kind of cards you may be interested in. So you may have stumbled across either somebody opening up cards on YouTube or one of your friends collects cards, and maybe you're interested and you want to get into it, or your dad did, or you did when you were younger. But what should you do now? You think you want to collect, right? You want to collect cards, but what should you do now? So I guess the first thing to think of is, well, what do you want to collect? Do you want to just go out and buy packs and boxes and see what you get? That's fun, but maybe we should slow down a little bit and give a thought into what you might want to collect. So do you have a favorite player, a favorite team, a favorite college team? I mean, that's it. The answer to this question lies within you. What or who should you collect? The answer is inside of you. So I see some people out there asking questions of, "Hey guys, what should my new PC be?" Well, your new PC should be what you want to collect, not what somebody else tells you should be collecting. So I get grief sometimes for having a little Trevor Davis collection, and well, that player's not very good, and it's like, okay, that's cool. He's not very good, but I like collecting him, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna collect Trevor Davis. I'm gonna collect Jordy. I'm gonna collect Prism autographs and whatever else I'm collecting at the time. My collection personally is constantly evolving. Some months I'll buy some Jordys, other months I'll buy, I had been going ham on some Prism for a while. And then other months it's like, well, I'm just going to hang on to whatever I pull in my boxes that I open. So it's constantly evolving, and I'm embracing that evolution of my collection. So hopefully any one of you guys out there can kind of figure out what you want to collect, who you want to collect. If you want to collect a team, a player, it doesn't even have to be a player on your favorite team. So the next question kind of is going to be, what product should I buy and where should I buy it from? So this is kind of a loaded question because there's so much out there. One thing okay, let's say you want to collect Odell Beckham Jr. That's going to be your PC. I want to collect Odell Beckham Jr. cards. Okay, well, maybe you want to buy some boxes from 2014 and try and pull an Odell rookie autograph or a nice Odell rookie parallel or something like that. That would be pretty sweet. Now, where would you go to do that? If you don't have a hobby shop around you that carries boxes from 2014, I don't know whose hobby shop does, but there's always the internet. You can go eBay, Blowout Cards, Steel City Collectibles. There's a ton of different places to go online to buy hobby boxes from. So there's plenty of places to go. You can also go and find like a product you like. So say you like Phoenix or Prism or Certified or whatever the case may be. You can either go online and buy a box of it, or hopefully you have a local card shop or an LCS around you that you can maybe pick some of these products up at. Somebody that I consulted with in this, I was like, "Hey man, what did you wish you would have known when you first started collecting?" And he said, "Well, I kind of just started buying everything, and I wish I wouldn't have done that." So his suggestion was kind of to set a budget and stick to that budget, at least for a little bit, just first starting to get in there, because it can get very, very overwhelming. Starting to collect cards can get very overwhelming. You can get, I want to buy a box of this, I want to buy a box of that, this, that, and the other, and you got no money left. So you don't want to do that. Let's see. Somebody asked me a question. I want to say it was probably about a week ago. They asked me, do retail cards have value like hobby cards? So we have retail, which is going to be your cards that are found at Target or Walmart or wherever else you can find football cards in a retail setting. Those are going to be retail cards. And hobby cards are going to be your hobby exclusive products that, well, not necessarily hobby exclusive products, but the hobby product of the certain set or line of cards. And those are normally going to be found at your local card shop or online. And the short answer to, do retail cards have value like hobby cards? The short answer is yes, but there's a less amount of valuable cards in a retail set than there is in a hobby set. You can get much bigger hits out of a hobby product than you can out of a retail product. That's just the way it is. I'm not trying to hate on retail or anything, because like retail Prism, that stuff is fire, dude. If you can pull, a super short print blue Prism from some retail Prism packs, you're good to go. You're in good shape, especially if it's like a big name rookie or something. And I don't know how long I'm going to have this video up for. Hopefully this is going to help some people, but at this point in time, it is February 2018, so we're talking Alvin Kamara, Kareem Hunt, Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, all those guys. So in years to come, it's going to be different guys. So that kind of covers what you should collect. What should I collect? That was a big question. What should I collect? And yeah, that's up to you. So I have a couple little notes down here so I don't forget anything, but I probably still forget something. And we kind of just went through what product should I buy? What product's a good product to buy? And like I said, find something you like the look of. That's why it's important. I mean, watch some videos, see what kind of cards, see what line of cards that you like, and maybe go for that. Maybe put a set of those cards together or buy a box of it, Let's talk a little bit about etiquette within the hobby. Now, I see people from time to time, and it's really irritating, talking down on other people's collections, and swearing at other people and bad-mouthing other people in the hobby. Now, dude, that's not cool. Like, everybody, let's all just try to get along, man. Let's try to make this community as positive as we can make it. I want to have a good experience collecting cards. I work, let's see, in the last 36 hours, I've been out of the house 24 of those 36 hours due to work. I work a lot, and when I'm not with my family doing family things, my release at this point in time is cards. I like cards. I love them. I like collecting. I like ripping. So I want to enjoy this, and being respectful and courteous to others is going to increase that enjoyment for everybody. You're going to enjoy it more. The people around you are going to enjoy it more. And it's going to all around just be a better experience for everybody. I mean, respect the people you're dealing with. I understand that. I understand that there's a lot of you out there who are younger. It's not cool to be mean to people and just cuss people out and stuff. It's not cool. It doesn't make you more cool to do that. Respect, and be courteous to others. Be courteous to the people that you deal with. It's only gonna bring good. Being mean and all that other nasty stuff, it's only gonna bring negativity, and we don't want that. We don't want that within the hobby. So, another kind of, I would say, it's part etiquette and part shipping practices, I suppose. So I'll kind of use this as a kind of an intro into the whole shipping thing, but properly protecting your cards. So you pull a chromium card, say you get a box of Optic, and you open them all up and you just kind of throw them in a pile. They start sliding around, maybe start getting scratched up and stuff. Well, if you ever decide to sell those cards and they're scratched up, the next person that gets them from you is going to have some scratched up cards. So let's protect these cards when we pull them. Shortly after you pull them, it's very, very easy. These are called penny sleeves because you can get 100 of them for $1. Penny sleeve and top loader, at least a penny sleeve, at least. So especially chromium cards, we don't want to be scratching these cards. Now some of them come out scratched out of the pack. There's nothing we can really do about that, manufacturing scratches or lines or something like that on the cards. But we want to make sure that, at least for me, when I open up the cards, I want to make sure that it's in the best possible condition it can be, in case somebody else gets that card. I want them to have a nice looking card. I want it to be nice, because when I buy a card, I want it to be in good condition also. So that is important. That is very important. Let's treat these cards treat the cards how you would want to receive a card that you were buying. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. Shipping practices. Now, if it's a base card, or something that somebody's cool with you shipping in a plain white envelope, PWE. We're gonna go with that, PWE. So I don't ship in PWE unless I'm asked to. I think that it's important to properly protect these cards in a bubble mailer. Bubble mailer shipped with tracking costs roughly, with the bubble mailer, roughly $3. I mean, maybe a little bit more, depending on what bubble mailers you get. You can get packs of bubble mailers for like $5 or something. There's all different sizes of them too. But it's important to protect them. Now, either putting a filler card or a filler card on the front and the back side of whatever cards you're shipping, you can do that, unless there is adequate padding from the bubble mailer. Because sometimes I'll put like team grab bags in the bubble mailer, and then I'll fold the bubble mailer over, so it's like a double protection. But especially if it's high end, if it's a high end card, $50, $60, $100, $200 card, if it's not shipping in a mag, you want to protect not only yourself, but you want to make sure that card is in nice shape for whoever bought it from you. Tracking is a huge thing. Now, this is something I've ran into, and I can't say I've really had an issue with people not sending. I've had slow shippers and stuff like that. But what I try to do is, if somebody has bought a card from me, I PM or DM, if you're talking about Instagram, direct message or personal message them tracking information, because I want them to have that number, and I would expect the same that same courteous act to be done to me when I buy something. I like receiving the tracking in a personal message. Now, the times that doesn't necessarily matter is, say, you're selling something on eBay, because if you print a label right from eBay or PayPal, the tracking is automatically uploaded. Same with PayPal. If you're having somebody pay, that's why when I do grab bags, I request that everybody pays goods and services. Now, if that's being paid goods and services, I print labels right off of PayPal, and then boom, you can go in your PayPal history and track your package right from PayPal. So that works out really good. So that's pretty much it with the shipping. Besides, ship within a timely manner, everybody. This is so important. Ship within a timely manner. If you have time to get your cards ready, list them, sell them, get payment for them, you have time to ship. 24 hours is what I limit myself to, about 24 hours. I try to have everything shipped that night. If it's sold during the day, I get everything handled that night, and it goes out the next day. Within 24 to 48 hours maximum, those cards should be shipped. If you can't ship, you shouldn't be selling. Now, obviously, things happen. Things happen, dudes. Family emergency. That's if you have a family emergency, just communicate. Communication is key here. We're all pretty understanding. If somebody says, "Hey, man, my father's in the hospital. I'm not going to be able to ship your card out for a couple days. I'm going to go. I'm going to go handle this." That's cool, man. No problem. Thank you for that communication. It's so important. It's key. So I think that covers everything with shipping, dude. 24 hours, maybe 48 hours max. But you got time to sell, you got time to ship. Period. Plain and simple. Point blank. You got time. So, and if you don't have time, that means you don't have time to sell cards, because that's part of selling cards. So, with the whole PayPal thing I was just explaining. Now, if you're just starting out and beginning, and get a PayPal account, or there's other things that are coming out of this onto the scene: Venmo, Google Wallet. There's probably some other ones that I'm not really familiar with. I mostly use PayPal though. I know that it gives some people grief sometimes, but it's okay. I like being able to print shipping labels right from PayPal, which is why I think I haven't gone to something else. I like being able to print shipping labels. So if you're just starting out, get yourself a PayPal account so you can link your bank account right to it and all that. But very, very important piece of advice: use your PayPal as goods and services until you can build up relationships with people to where you feel comfortable paying goods and services. There's a ton of people in this hobby. There's a ton of people in this hobby that I would trust. I trust enough that I would trust them with my PayPal PIN. So goods and services, not anymore with them. I pay friends and family with them. So just keep that in mind, especially with people that you haven't dealt with yet. For me, it's a little personal protection, and I suggest you protect yourself also. Pay goods and services. Now, there is kind of another courteous thing that you can do with that, but it's not necessary. Usually, people will kind of add the PayPal fees into the price of the cards. At least some people do, some people don't. But you can tack on an extra $1, $2, whatever, if you're paying goods and services, because the person that you're paying is going to get charged a fee when you pay as goods and services. There's I don't know what it is, 3% or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what it is. You can check out PayPal for that information. But so you get charged $1, $2, whatever, when you pay as goods and services. Not completely necessary to kind of cover that, but I just thought I'd throw it out there. Possibly a little bit of a thank you or courteous gesture to throw an extra $1 on there or something. It's been done for me before, and I've done it before. So yeah, man, we're getting up to about 18 or 19 minutes. Let's see. I think I've gone through most things. The only other thing that I wanted to touch base on, care packages. So I've been seeing an uptick in care packages sent to people, myself included, but other people. And it seems like a lot of people are sending out care packages, and I want to put this in air quotes, care packages, with the sole purpose of expecting a return. And I mean, you can do that, but I don't think it's cool. Like, anytime I send a care package to somebody, I don't expect anything back. I don't ask for anything back. I don't expect anything back. My sole purpose of sending the care package is to put a smile on the person's face who's receiving it, to make them happy, like saying, hey, man, this dude just did this for me. He didn't have to do this. Maybe that's going to spark something. Maybe that person that I just sent that care package to, or that person that you just sent that care package to, is going to say, you know what? I'm going to send a care package to this dude. He's been really nice to all these other people. I'm going to send one to him. And I just wanted to kind of touch base on that. It's not that may be your thing where you send stuff to people and say, "Hey, send me back this," or whatever. I mean, that's theoretically that's a trade. If you're going to send something and expect something in return, that's a trade that should be agreed upon by the two parties, you know. So at least in my opinion and in my mind, that's where I'm at with that. So I think that's about it, you guys. I know this was kind of boring. It's just kind of me rambling for 20 minutes, 21 minutes. But here is my intention with this. This is my motivation and my intention with this whole video. I want to bring information to the next generation of collectors, whether you're 45, 15, or 8, or 25, or however old you are. If you're just getting into this hobby or you think you want to get into this hobby, welcome. Welcome. It's a lot of fun. You can have a lot of fun in this hobby. When you first get in, though, protect yourself. Deal with people who are maybe a little more well-known, or if they're not, just be careful. I want you all protecting yourself. You know, in the first few weeks, first few months that you're doing this, get some deals under your belt. Do some deals, maybe some trades with people who are, well respected in the community, or you might have to send first. And if that person has a ton of vouchers, which are people who will back them, who have made deals with them, that's what a vouch is. You may have to send first, but hey, that's cool. If that person's trustworthy, then I wouldn't worry too much about it. But just be careful, protect yourself, and have fun. That's the main thing. Have fun. Collect what you want to collect, and buy what you want to buy, and have fun with it, man. I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you all for watching this video. That is all for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll be back with another video soon.